Good evening, everybody. I was asked to share something personal with you tonight. So I should probably start by confessing that I used to hate the Beatles. Now, before you question what I'm doing up here with terrible music taste like that, you should know, at the time, I knew none of their songs. But I knew my parents liked the Beatles, and that was reason enough for me not to. I was in junior high. Give me a break. Until one day, I got sick. Too sick to get off the sofa. Too sick to argue with my mother when she subjected me to the Beatles movies. Turns out, I kind of love the Beatles. There is a lesson there. A lesson that knocked me over the head again in 2016. My husband and I had just moved here with a toddler and a baby, and we knew nothing about Salem. My parents came out for a visit, and I got sick. Too sick to get out of bed. Too sick to argue with my mother when she asked, "Did you know Salem has a children's museum?" No, I did not know Salem had a children's museum. Now, I admit, I have big city bias. I have lived in London, Madrid, San Francisco, all of which have some pretty great museums. There was no way a museum in Salem, Oregon could compete with all that. You know what happened next, right? Yeah. My mom took the kids to the Gilbert house. Well, to a room in the Gilbert house. My not quite 2-year-old daughter was so enthralled by the vet clinic that she could not be persuaded to explore the other exhibits. "You're going to need a membership," my mother told me. She was right. We got a membership, and we have had a membership ever since. Turns out, I really love the Gilbert house. I love the Gilbert house for what it has taught my children. That 2-year-old daughter of mine is now 11, and she has been attending homeschool adventures at the Children's Museum since she was 5. That was her sweet little face up on the screen earlier. Of all the lessons she has learned from teacher Julia over there, the most important has been this: that failure is not a mistake. Gonna let that one sink in before we go on. In the Things That Go course, my daughter experimented with prototypes for cars, boats, helicopters. Whenever a prototype failed, teacher Julia gave her a sticker and reminded her that each failure was a clue pointing her toward a better prototype. I cannot tell you how life-changing this lesson has been. But my friends could. Now, when they experience personal or professional setbacks, my daughter sends them stickers in the mail. I love the Gilbert house for how it has taught my children. When my daughter started homeschool adventures, my son was still too young to enroll. Every week, while his sister was in class, he would drag me into the Up, Up, and Away exhibit. He would spend the entire hour stuffing scarves and pool noodle segments into the wind machine. taking only occasional breaks to remind me to buckle my seatbelt. He was entertained, but I will be honest, I was not sure he was learning anything about the science of flight. 1 year later, he too was enrolled in the Things That Go course. Teacher Julia took me aside when I arrived to pick up the kids after the airplane class. She told me that despite some seemingly non-aerodynamic wing decorations, my son's aircraft had flown inexplicably well. All those hours spent stuffing scarves into pool noodles had taught him something after all. That is the power of learning through play, and I should never have doubted it. Last, but certainly not least, I love the Gilbert house for its sense of community. This might be dangerous to admit in duck and beaver territory, but I have never had much in the way of team spirit. The first time I ever felt a whiff of anything spirit was watching my kids race up the front steps of the Children's Museum to see who could say hi to Rosa at the welcome desk first. Rosa would greet them by name with a big smile, and in doing so, she taught them and me what it means to belong. In the years since, my kids and I have met many more friends at the Children's Museum, and that sense of community has only grown. Because, as you can tell by the turnout tonight, we are not the only ones who love the Gilbert house. Woo! As Alicia pointed out earlier, last year, over 100,000 children checked in at the front desk. And you would be amazed to know how many of them Kira knew by name. More than 100,000 children experienced the power of learning through play right here in Salem, Oregon. That power is made possible by the dedicated teachers, the incredible staff, and generous donors like you. As you all know by now, my children discovered the Gilbert house in spite of me. Tonight, I implore you, don't be like me. Help children discover the Gilbert house because of you. With your generous donations, every child in our community could have the opportunity to learn their own life-changing lessons through play. Thank you for being here tonight. And thank you for supporting what I have come to believe is the heart of our community, the Gilbert House Children's Museum.